Right. What was the first question? In audio design, is the new name of it, came to be is it's just weekend projects. At first, I was working on this MS-20 filter replica at uni, and it was like the first kind of circuit that I started working on. But then as I started working here, I just kind of started expanding on it like at the weekend, because we have all the facilities around that allow you to just be like, oh, here's something I want to do, and I just wanted to make a stereo filter, I guess. And then when the crewing came to be, was the second step of like, oh, I really want a filter to pair with this oscillator that Jason designed. So that's kind of what pushed me, I guess, from going from just like working on a circuit for fun on the side to making an actual product out of it. When I was playing guitar and always enjoyed experimenting with different pedals to create like textures and new sounds, until I met Dr. Lexer at university, who's my lecturer in sound programming. That kind of like opened my eyes to what can be done like outside of the guitar world. At Instruo, I guess I'm just verifying designs most of the time. I guess that's my main role, is to make sure that new designs are sound on the scientific point of view. I've designed like synthesizers or like noise machines before working at Instruo, but I've never touched a modular synthesizer, or like not a real one at least, before starting working here. So obviously working in the same room as Jason for the last 3 years now has been quite influential on like my design process, and like I guess most importantly from the interface design perspective. So like I'd never designed a faceplate or like used Illustrator, for example, to like design a faceplate before. So I guess from that perspective it's been really influential. From the circuit design perspective, I don't really know. It's just, I guess it's good to have someone who understands what you're talking about to just bounce ideas off. Pros is the drum kit upstairs, and that's quite nice. Cons, gets really dark and cold in winter, I guess, but that's just Glasgow, isn't it? Procyon is basically two MS-20. Well, I say MS-20, but they're not really. I mean, I could show you the schematic and circle what I've kept of the MS-20 filter core, but it's really just inspired by, it's like the OTA and the capacitor that goes to ground that forms a low-pass cell, like two of them, like the classic MS-20 filter, and then the feedback that goes back to the first cell. So like the feedback response, there's a saturation in the resonance path, but it's not the same. It's basically just two of the MS-20 filters, and the input can be either, you can either send the input signal to the low pass input or the high pass input, and then you can basically morph like how much of the input signal you send to the low pass input and how much you send to the high pass input. So you got 12 dB low pass and 6 dB high pass, like the original MS-20. And then you've got two of them and spread controls to influence the frequency of one another. With LFOs or even at audio rate, you get like some weird form and stuff. That's quite interesting. I know you guys. I can just focus on designing what I want to design, and then kind of hand it over to you guys to help me out sort out all the stuff that I don't know how to deal with, I guess. So it's shared experience. I've got 5 modules in the pipeline.
Care to expand?
No.